Dirty grass owners put.
Okay.
Would this not be seen as a malicious report?
Is it
though?
fraud related to income tax self-assessment? Yeah, it is, because she's not self-assessing. Right, individual. Name, age, home address. Right, first name. Sarah. Is it Sarah Norton or Emma Norton? Is it Sarah Norton or Emma Norton? Sarah Norton.
I hate snitches too.
Or aliases or nicknames. Emma Norton. Approximate age is 33. England. Barker's just texted me the full address.
Who's Barker? Isn't that doxing? For fuck's sake.
That is crazy. Brett, this is crazy.
Snitches get snitch
This is
stitches.
crazy.
Triples chat.
Oh. So what do you guys think? Do you think she has paid her tax? Because somebody did make a comment in my comments and to say and said that she does pay her tax, but she likes to wind people up. Should we do a quick poll? Do you think she, I mean, because she's quite a big creator, live streamer, so I should say, on here, right? So do you not think the tax man knows about TikTok and... Do you know what I mean? I think she does pay her tax, and I think she likes to wind people up. I think she likes to make out she doesn't, to get kind of people's blood boiling, and so she's spoken about. Because I do think she likes being spoke about when it comes to stuff like that. Obviously, you know, not if it's kind of like a big thingy bob, but you know what I mean. Should we put a poll up? Right. So happy face, do you think she pays her tax? Sad face, do you think she doesn't? Happy face, she does pay a tax. Sad face, you don't think she does. Did I put the poll up? Oh, it's up there. Oh. Because I don't think she'd be stupid enough to say she doesn't. I don't think she'd be stupid enough to be, you know, talking about how much she gets if she doesn't pay it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think, oh. But do you not think them being big live streamers that they would have got caught by now? You know what I mean?
So the police will know where to find him, making malicious reports to the social services and making false reports to the police about a child being in danger when my mum's just come in.
What's this about? Here we go again. It's sobriety check this time. Oh. Oh, so you don't think she does pay her tax? Hasn't got, oh, she hasn't got caught, but don't you think that, you know, so many people must have reported it? The people, she's been on here so long, surely someone would have reported her, do you know what I mean? And she would have been caught out. I personally think she does pay it. I think she's winding you all up. She does, yeah, I think she does. I don't think she's stupid. I don't think she'll be declaring how much she gets, and you know, and I think so many people would have reported it by now. Do you know what I mean? And she probably has been looked into, you know, and they probably have discovered she does pay it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But this is now sobriety Jack.
Know where to find him, making malicious.
She's a proper snitch.
To the social services and making false reports to the police about a child being in danger when my mum's just come in and spent time with my daughter, and my daughter's playing with a Polly Pocket in the living room. Absolutely disgusting. Ringing police on Jack, 27, he looks 47. Right, I screenshotted that anyway. Right, because that's not hard to find, is it?
What do you think will happen to her? Everyone's snitching on everyone, man. Fuck's sake, you gotta really keep your
wasting
recording.
police time on harassment. And I've got it all on screen recording, Jack, because Bark has just sent it me on screen recording what you've been saying about me, and the evidence is there, love.
Kate, thank you. Big up, Kate.
Oh, he's in Skegness. Right.
Very true.
Absolutely disgusting.
Kate, thank you so much. Big up, Kate.
Let's go outside to play.
Okay, baby, love you.
Sorry,
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Are you
I don't want
safe?
pretty kids on there. One sec.
Okay. Is that okay for you guys, yeah? Yeah, just ring the police and ring social to my house. I dare you. I dare you, Jack. I dare you. You will be going to prison.
Oh.
Wasting police time.
What do you think will happen to her, guys, caught assassin? Because she's been reported
Guys,
to
everyone
DWP.
tap the screen, please. Let's try and get to 100k likes.
I think they'll just get to pay it back, me personally. But when you think about it, look at EQ. She went to prison, didn't she, for benefit fraud? But I would have probably imagined that was pretty severe benefit fraud. She was probably making thousands. Do you know what I mean? And she doesn't even have to pay it back. Does she have to pay it back, EQ, when she went to jail? She could have a pay order and community service. Yeah, she don't get enough. And she doesn't even have to pay it back. Does she have to pay it back, EQ, when she went to jail? She could have a pay order and community service. Yeah, she don't get enough. Yeah, there's no women in prison. That's the thing. They're not gonna obviously go down that route. So, one sec, 'cause I've got a message. All right. Okay, what do we
Can't
have
save anymore.
next?
Yeah.
Just seeing what I've saved here.
Because of her, she can get reported because of me. There you go.
Here you go.
So if I have to get reported because of her, she can get reported because of me. There you go. What's that word called? What's that saying called, guys? What goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. Karma. There you go. There you go. Revenge, exactly. So, yeah. We've all had to do it. All the creators have to do it. You either get benefits or you do TikTok Live. Or you do TikTok Live and you tell the benefits. You pay your taxes, you do everything properly because it's classed as a job. Even if you make a penny a day, even if you make a £5 a day, right? You have to be honest because otherwise, ultimately, it's going to come and bite all of us on the app.
Yeah, they'll get you in the end.
You know, they'll get you in the end. You'll get done in the end, man. And all this what happened with me was because she came on her live 3 months ago. I can remember. I think she had 4K people in there, yeah? She went, everybody, report court assassin. This is her name. She's not declaring her gifts, da-da-da-da-da. Well, maybe I didn't think of it at the time, but I've definitely thought about it now, Ems. Well, there you go. You've been reported for tax.
See, with me, when I was on UC, I hadn't reported it either, right? I didn't declare it, and I didn't know that you had to, you know, because I'm really dumb like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a clue, and I don't think I think there are some people on here that think you don't have to declare it if you're getting benefits, and I think I've been on here. I think at that time, a year. No, how long had I been on? 1.5 years, 2 years? I can't remember anyway. So I had an interview with the DWP, and oh fuck, you know what I mean. But I did phone them a couple of times, you know, and I said to them, well, I didn't know how to declare it, you know. I mean, and what did they say to me? I can't remember, but I went and had an interview. You should do, yeah. I had an interview anyway with them that lasted probably 10 minutes, and he said to me, "We're going to start from forget the past, and we'll just do it from this month." I was like, okay. Yeah, because I think that, people think there's this really bad people, but I think if you generally don't know, like, where you have actually tried contacting them, because I had phoned them a few times, do you know what I mean, to tell them, so they knew I was making the effort to call them to say I generally didn't know. They could probably see that also, and I think what they do get is people that are deliberately hiding money, like, for example, like what you said, with Em's having another PayPal in Marcus's name. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's what you're saying. So that's deliberately trying to get, deliberately doing it, innit? Trying to get away with it. And that's where they, fraud, innit? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But with me, I was not hiding anything. I had no other bank accounts. I phoned them a couple of times. I had an interview with them. I contacted them. So they knew I was genuine, and there was no fraud there, And and that's when they said, well, forget the past, and we'll do it from, just last month. And then I just stopped getting UC, because I was declaring at the beginning, but then I was making too much money. So I came off UC. Yeah. But what happens if you exchange the coins? Exchanging the coins is not going into your bank. I think I found out that it's just a transaction from TikTok to your bank. That is classed as a transaction. So, and another thing I was doing, I was transferring it from here to my bank, and then taking the money out to gift someone instead of exchanging the coins. But they don't look at it like that. They just look at it there. Well, it's gone in your bank. Do you get what I'm saying? Isn't money until you cash out? Yeah, exactly. It's not your money until you cash out. So exchanging coins is okay. Yeah. But, I thought that was a bit of a malicious report, but when thinking about it, some people do report things to the police or whoever because it is out of revenge, isn't it? So, yeah. But I honestly believe Ems is paying a tax. I really do, because I don't think she's that stupid. She's a big live streamer on here. A lot of people probably have reported her, and she told everyone to report CA, court assassin, because she knew that she wouldn't be telling people to report court assassin if she weren't paying her tax herself, because she'd know what she would get back at her. She knows what court assassin's like. So yeah, 100% Ems is paying her tax, in my opinion. I bet she does. Of course she does. Yeah. She wouldn't be sitting there saying, go report bloody CA if she weren't paying her tax. You get what I'm saying? Who's this in the box? Okay, one sec. I don't know who this is. Coco Addy. I don't know who this is. So anyway, guys, let's move on to the next thing. Let's see. Where are we?
Hello.
Right, one sec.
Anymore.
I'm not gonna see. I don't know whether to play this one about MT. It wasn't on it wasn't on recently. It is a big trigger. I think a few platforms have played it. I might leave it until the last. I just feel I have to play it. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, I'll just wait for that one, because I'll probably get bananaed. This one, right. This is of Corey. Oh, wait a minute.
They sprayed someone in my car. Fucking hell, get on. Where's my keys? Bella, say that.
So he was doing a battle, I think, and someone has spray painted his car. But my question here, though, Corey, I didn't see it all. Let's start it from the beginning. Oh, so he's looking at the CCTV. Right, my question to you, though, Corey, and why did you look at that CCTV? What made you look at your CCTV camera? Listen, I don't know whether it's fake or not, but yes, that's my question.
Get on. Where's my keys? Bella, say that.
Top girl, stop clouting in my WhatsApp. I haven't seen this video.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh. How? Is that actual solid paint though, guys? Is that washable or what? Because if it's on the windscreen, because I know Miss Red said it would cost hundreds, but if that's on the windscreen, you could just wash it off. Let's just see where they put it. Let me just see where they put it.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, is that on the windscreen? Is it on the boot? Is that on the windscreen or boot? I can't really see that. Depends what paint it is. Let's have another look.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh, it is the bonnet, is it? Is that the bonnet? It's hard to see, isn't it? See, depends what paint you use, right? Chalk paint. So there is some paint, I don't know what the hell chalk paint is, but is that washable? Because I'm sure there are some paint that you can just wash off, right? It's washable.
Cheat and cunt all over the car.
Chalk paint is washable.
Fucking dad's not even answering.
Oh, 53% said yes. Should we just put a quick poll up, guys?
No, they put cunt, cheater and cunt on my car.
I like these quick polls. Happy, guys, happy face, it's a setup. Sad face, it's not. Let's go.
I'm fucking moving from this place. They can piss off.
Yeah, listen. Corey's a friend of mine. Love Corey. He's a big clout chaser. But I have to be honest, Corey, it does look like, I'm going to have to agree with other people. It does look like a setup. I think if that was genuine, you'd be going crazy that someone has just painted your car. I think you'd probably call the police also that someone has vandalized your car. Well, not maybe call them, but you'd put a report in. You were laughing. I think it is washable paint. And I don't know what made you look at your CCTV. We'll have all the fakes. He did. Yeah, of course he bloody did. Let's carry on. Where's the video gone? Here it is.
I can't put the alarm on because I want to go out the back garden. You know who fucking done it? Callum did it. Guys, I'm not ringing the police. I'm ringing my dad first.
Does he get through to his dad? Oh, right. So can I ask you guys a question? So if someone's spray painting the car, they have not physically touched the car, would that set off the alarm for him to have a look on the CCTV? Because me personally, I don't think spray painting someone's car, it would set off an alarm. No.
Wait, what a scumbag.
They banged his door. Oh, they banged his door.
Fucking scumbag.
I mean, even if the door was banged, if he banged the door, right, would that set off the alarm?
We're not even fucking together and he's calling me a cheat. Fucking mentally unstable.
It would. Let's just see if he speaks to his dad here. Oh, knocked us on his door. No. Listen, let me tell you something, right? If you're going to spray paint someone's car, which is criminal, right? You don't knock at someone's door and to let them know, go and have a look at your car. You don't do that. You wait for them to get up in the next morning to go and have a look at their car, right? He could have done that. Not while he's on live. No. Mm-mm. It was his ex. Well, they did. I know they did. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. If someone's going to paint my car, right, and they've painted it, they're not going to knock on my door to let me know. They're not going to do that. They sprayed it after banging on the door, and that's even worse. That's just like phoning the police saying, hi officer, I'm just going to spray paint someone's car now. Do you know what I mean? You might as well...
I'll bang the fuck out my front door.
The reason why he knocked on the door is because he knew he was live. It just gave him, I believe, it being a setup, and he gave him that because he was live, knocked on the door, go and look at your CC, gave him that excuse to go and look at his CCTV or something like that. I don't know, I didn't watch the live. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are stupid.
All over it. Yeah, exactly, I know.
Can't hear you down on the other end, Corey.
Bang the fuck out the door. Can you get over Liam? Alright, then, bro, let me know. Cheers, bro. Bye.
Cheers, bro. Oh.
Well, I fucking got the cunt on camera, that's for fucking sure.
Set up to me, 100%, yeah. You know, it's got cameras there. You know, you could do other things, you know, that you're not going to be seen in the camera. You might as well just, no.
Did you see it all?
You don't call your dad bro, no.
Did you see it all on the car when I went? I'm not going outside now. You can, no offense. Look. It's stupid, like. Two of them as well. Idiots. Absolute idiots.
Right, let me tell you, right. If you're going to spray paint someone's car, 100% you don't go knock on the door knowing they've got CCTV cameras. You don't do that, right? And then you don't, you know, especially when he's live. Why didn't it happen when he's not on, when he's off live, right? Then they spray painted the car, probably with chalk paint, that's washable. Spray painted the car, got all their faces on camera. Spoke to his dad, called his dad bro. Couldn't hear him on the other phone. I think so up too.
Arseholes, like. Will that spray come off my car? Get him arrested, he's already been arrested. The boys don't allow near me. Well.
So it's a long
Done the
video.
tyres? No, they haven't done the tyres, I've just looked at that. His dad going to yours. I've just rung Liam to Morgan to get hold of Liam to get Morgan and Liam up, yeah. Depends on what spray. I love the way the first thing I do is run for the fucking phone. Dad's not even fucking answering. It's not going to come off. It'll come off.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh dear. So did we put up a poll? I can't remember. So you've seen the video, right? Okay, so let's go by the evidence here. They knocked at the door before spray painting the car. So there's CCTV, there's cameras which his ex would know of. He phoned his dad. We did not hear his dad on the other end. He called his dad bro. Even though someone knocked at his door, for some reason he checked his CCTV. Well, sometimes you might just answer the door to say, who is it? So let's do another poll, guys. Is it a setup? Yes, for happy face. No, it's the setup. Yes, it's a setup, happy face. No, it's not, sad face. Oh my God, it's kind of a tie. Wow, I've never known anyone that spray paints that knocks on your door first. This is close. Very close. So what was it? What was it? Happy face is a setup. Sad face it's not. Oh. Have we got Corey on 100 accounts on here? Oh. So it's very close. 300. Oh, it's still going. Oh. So we've got 321 people saying it. Oh, for God's sake, it's gone. 321 people say it is a setup, and I think 350 is saying it's not a setup. Yeah. Goes to show the people on TikTok. It really does. Anyway, let's move on. Got wrong info. I might have wrong info. I've just gone by the video that I've just heard. That's all I've gone by. Right, let's go on to the next thing. How have I got wrong info? I've got it in black and white on a video. I've just watched the video. I'm just saying, it's just my opinion. I've just seen the video. That's all. He said his own words. They knocked at his door, then they spray painted his car, and he went to check on the CCTV, right? And he had the da-da-da on his car. And that, and then he phoned his dad, and that's it. What? Am I missing something? Right, let's go on to the next thing. Right. Oh my gosh, what am I on here? Ms. Red discusses EQ. Oh, that's about JC. I think we should move on from that because that was, I think, a couple of days ago anyway. I think I just left it on here. I'm not going to talk about Jack. I want to talk about this, though. And this is the last video, and then we can talk about the Kirsten Cunningham situation. So this is Ems and Jack mocking loss of someone's loved one again. That's me. So I'm only going to play a little bit of it because it's 14 minutes.
Amy, I love my vegetables.
Guys, this has been a fucking joke.
It was his bro. Oh, okay. It wasn't his dad. Okay.
I only put the top on saying pretend that I'm broccoli because we're talking about the smoke. It had nothing to do with Angie.
Yeah, I get it, guys. It wasn't his dad. I get it.
And yeah, I put that on because I love my smoke, innit? Jackie's looking on for something there.
So she's got to pretend I'm a broccoli.
A twat.
Jack's on to something there.
Take off my jam. Thank you, John, darling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mum. She's winning still.
Jack's definitely on to something there.
What do you mean?
Well, there we go. All this because, I like to smoke. But then Angie sat there thinking it's all about it.
Please go back playing with the dogs.
That was disgusting.
When eternity comes
You should
back.
set her up with that guy who come round your kitchen who was feeling Faith's nipples because she's openly said she's let dogs nick her out and stuff. So it's a perfect
Sorry, I've not seen the video, so trigger warning. Sorry, I do apologise. Trigger warning here.
With Faith's nipples, perfect match. Angie and that guy.
Guys, justice for the dogs.
Sorry,
She does. Faith needs compensation.
I haven't watched the video.
That's why I didn't allow her to come round to my flat. That's why I didn't.
That was disgusting. I still can't get over that. Like, Mum, I literally assaulted Faith out.
Oh, right,
You
sorry,
know for a fact anyone can come to my flat, but I wouldn't allow Angie and Pearl.
Yeah, they'll do something for the clout they would, 100%. And I'm not just saying that she trickster, they really, really would.
I'd have to put faith in the bedroom all fucking night because I wouldn't trust her around Angie.
Yeah, Angie would do something, she'd abuse the dog.
Yeah. I was going to get faith minded and then go to like an Airbnb.
You know what, why don't you meet up with them instead of let them come around yours? Because I don't think it's safe, like generally they'll do something.
Because
Not with Faithy around anyway, not with Angie anyway. Like, honestly, as a friend, I don't trust Andrew one bit. She would do something, she's the kind to go through your drawing.
She's
the kind to go through your room, like when they go toilet, to have a look. Especially Pearl, you know what I mean? To have a look if you got any information on you, take pictures, 100%.
This actually makes me laugh. Oh my god.
And not just that, have you seen the state of Andrew's yard? Like, honestly, I think she's the kind of people to, like, literally get Andrea's. She'll literally be tea-leafing from out your drawers. She'll be taking your wax burners and... You know what I mean? She's coming with her bags for life. You know what I mean? She's stacking up.
Oh my god.
When you like drinky poos, you know what I mean? Angie. She'll be robbing from you if you've got a nice place. She'll be robbing all your wax burners from Molly Whackmouth. Do you know what I mean? Robbing all your burners.
I'll fucking do that fucking hell, wait until she's sleeping and I'll fucking pour the wax over myself.
Honestly, that she stinks. Thank you, Danielle.
I can't disagree with that.
Thank you, Jem. Thank you, Danielle.
Oh my god.
I think she kind of...
No, honestly, I'm not being horrible, but I literally think she stinks for stale BO. Honestly, I'm surprised Pearl's friends with her because Pearl's immaculate. She's got a beautiful caravan.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They do say opposite does attract.
Do you know, I'm sorry, but we've all got fucking mental health, but there's no excuse to get yourself a shower.
Please understand.
You know, like,
Everyone.
it's, you know, self-care. Maybe
Can I also just say, I haven't had a shower for 5 days. So last time it was 7, but I will be having a shower tomorrow, yes.
It's time that you have to push yourself.
100% if you can do TikTok all day.
It's only 5 days, guys.
You push yourself to, you know, press that button to go live and to do a live all day long and talk about anything drama. You can fucking get yourself a shower, can you not? Maybe not fully clothed on fucking social media either.
I totally understand if they're a bit messy because that is mental health and stuff like that. But not to wash, not to do any of that. But you can do TikTok and like Trace to do the board and all stuff like that. You know what I mean? All the money she makes on her and all, and like, where did it go? It's like she's on the pipe somewhere because she lives like a crackhead.
What I say as well is like, you know, with having like mental health issues and I know you can get yourself into the rut where, you know, you don't want to, guys, thank you so much. Where maybe you don't want to have a shower, blah, blah, blah. But do you not think it does wonders for your mental health to have a shower, have clean pajamas, a clean bed and getting in it, watching a movie? I don't know, you fucking munchies, fucking blah, blah, blah. It's better than sitting there and just putting in sweat, feeling sorry for yourself.
What you do? Are you going to let them like sleep tonight? Or are they just coming around?
Let's forward it. Because it's quite long.
Some 100%. 100%. I think they're horrible in that way to do things.
I'm getting the fucking ring with Pearl. I could have been Angie because back now Angie was, you know, it's not bad.
Are you doing the boxing round?
Oh, did you hear that, Pearl? She's going to get in a boxing ring with you.
You can see it with Pearl, she's got a good arm.
Angie or Pearl?
I think he would come to Pearl or Angie. I think Pearl would help someone more than Angie. If someone was in the street and they needed help, I generally believe Pearl would help someone more than Angie. I think Angie would give a shit off her shows.
Someone's getting no help from me. It's being one-on-one.
Be alright, to be honest.
One-on-one and that's it. and the fucking referee. No one's gonna fucking go into no one's rescue. So they fucking bounce for help that ring.
She can fight.
I don't care, I'm playing it anyway.
You know what I mean?
Does it look like I care?
You go mental, like Jamala. These are old women. You know what I mean? You're in your 30s, you're not in your 40s.
Stop spamming the comments.
Do you know where
I said I don't care. I do drama lives as well. It was not just FYP. Read the title.
Basically, you know what I mean?
Let's forward it a bit.
Tell me what John said about me. Don't mind now, but just tell me.
Okay, I'll finish it now because they're going on about John. So, guys, we're going to talk about the Kirsten. Is it her name Cunningham? Dave Duran, what is it? Right, guys, we're going to talk about Kirsten Cunningham. Is it Cunningham? So anyway, I don't know who she is. I've just come across her because Mr. Ed was talking about it. So we're going to play a little bit of what was said.
You know, she was saying that you could reuse them.
Oh, wow.
Now, you know, and this is...
Thank you, Pearl. You don't have to gift me. Thank you. Big up, Pearl, for the gift. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to gift me, though, honestly. Thank you so much. Bloody hell, it's a big gift as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. We do not care. Cult has already taken over TikTok. Have you not noticed? Everyone's talking about the cult. The more people talk about the cult, the more we kind of just... You know what I mean? We like spreading all over TikTok. Everyone's talking about the cult. We're bigger than Iki's community. And Iki's got a very big community.
Outed her, you know, even saying that you can reuse, and people in the comments are challenging her, and she's just very, very dangerous. And I think,
guys, obviously you ladies know a lot more about it than what I would. So Lena mentioned her father, that her father cares for her. So surely, she must have. If her father's there caring for her, she must have something right.
Can I? Okay, so I've been doing daily lives on this lady for the past 3 weeks with factual information. I've got to be careful because this is actually, how can I put it, an investigation involving authorities now. Yeah, I'm happy to talk to you offline about it, but I don't want to speak about online what I'm doing. Okay. So the reason I got involved is not for... one of my friends got taken for a lot of money by this person, so then I started getting a bit... Because I'm a bit spicy like yourself. I got hyper-focused on sort of studying her, watching the videos, researching bits and pieces. She has mental health conditions. So when we reported her to the police, they said that they couldn't prosecute the particular charge because of her mental health conditions. Which would lead us...
physical conditions that she's meant to have?
Well, that's a tricky area. Because obviously, without seeing a doctor's thing, but the things that it led to was that she couldn't be done by extortion via deception because she has mental health conditions. The only mental health condition that would allow you to lie online for money about medical health issues would be if you had factitious disorder, which is what used to be called Munchausen's. So I've spent the last 3 weeks just debunking what she's done in the sense of she says she's completely paralysed from the waist down. I've shown videos of her standing. I've shown audio clips of her where she thought she was paused and you can hear moving around and moving furniture. Her dad is involved. I'm going to say it. Her dad is involved, but I don't know whether he's coming from that maybe she's a child with trauma. She lost a sister at a very young age, and yeah, it's tricky to say. But all I keep saying is let's keep factual. Things that she says are harming the chronic illness community. She has given out medical advice. She's told people that she's a nurse, that she went to university and qualified as a nurse, but she's not registered because she didn't finish her hours placements. I've debunked that. The course that she said, actually, she couldn't have picked a worse town to pick the course because it's my hometown. And the course that she said doesn't exist. You cannot do adult and paediatric nursing in one module. It's separate modules, or it was when she was. She said she'd got a SEN plan so she could do flexible learning. She's in the public domain. You can search her. You can see that she has been institutionalised for quite a bit of her teen life. So as I say, I don't want to gossip about her, but all I want to do to people is show them that not all is what they seem. Because Lana's obviously believing stuff. Yes, you can bring on seizures. Yes, you can take over-the-counter medications.
Guys, I'll be opening
It's really scary what you can do. If you
I'll be opening the boxes in 5 minutes.
really want people to believe you're poorly.
Sally, some of them, sorry darling, I don't mean to interrupt. Everybody come on mute if you want. Everybody on mute. So some of the videos that I've watched of her, because obviously people have tagged me a lot in the videos, right? You can actually see her putting in a feeding tube. So if she was fake, why would she be doing that? And why she's actually got a feeding tube? I don't understand it.
She buys it all online. She doesn't even buy it, so she's on every.
She asks for it for free, or she claims stuff from. So, because the NHS obviously is quite broken, it is people who have got genuine medical conditions sometimes can't get the supplies that they need. So often people will say, "Oh, you know, I've got these like syringes or whatever, you know, surplus, I don't use them anymore, does anyone?" And there's actual screenshots of her actually going on and asking on these pages for certain certain supplies, medical supplies. So I believe she is getting some of these just through people who are genuinely giving them away, because if they don't use them anymore and they're gonna get thrown away. But there are screenshots to prove that she is actually asking on these sites.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a hard one, isn't it? And I'm not here to judge her. I just wanted to know what the situation was and why I've been tagged in it so much. So, right, okay.
And the thing is also, if she has got gastroparesis, it would be an NJ. You have to go to hospital to have an NJ. An NJ go to...
So people are saying that she's live, and I don't know what she's discussing, but I don't want to say really cam-toing her, but I don't know if she's talking about the situation, so I will cam to her if she is. Oh, what's her name?
Hello.
She's not live, guys. Is she on another account?
Sorry.
People are saying she's live, but she's not.
You know what I'm like, but I will do them now.
Guys, she's not live. See, you know, these are very severe accusations, right, to be making on social media. Now, I don't know what she suffers with, if she suffers with anything. I don't know. If she's financially gaining from it and that's her purpose, then I can totally understand where people are coming from. But Sally, is that her name that was in the box? For her to be doing lives on her daily, I mean, does that not fall under bullying? That's kind of weird, because regardless of, listen, unless she's doing it for financial gain, the way I see it is someone that's very, very sick. And like I said, my auntie was very sick. She was sectioned, and she said the most vile things. And we went with it. We never corrected her. We never said anything to her, because we knew she was very, very unwell. And I just think this is a very, very unwell person. And, you know, you've got people in the box are saying there's a big police investigation on her, and she's lost a sister, which is sad that she's lost a sister. Do you know what I mean? I think many years ago. And stuff like that, and people are, you know, kind of talking on her, and, you know, I saw her videos, and I don't understand. She's got these feeding tubes coming out of her nose. Can you actually put those up yourself? I really don't know. And then I saw another video of her actually giving herself medication. So, and then, you know, so I don't know. It's a very difficult one, but to say that her dad's involved, it could be just the case that her dad knows she's not well, you know, and he's not enabling her, like she also put it. He could be just trying to help her as much as possible, but knowing that she's very sick, and maybe going with what she is doing, saying, I don't know. It's a very difficult one. Do you know what I mean? And obviously she does suffer with mental health, because the police have said that. So I don't actually know what they're prosecuting for. Because when you are sick, you are very, very, if you've got mental health, I'm not talking about mental health, I'm talking about mental illness. You get what I'm saying? You're not aware of what you say to people, Does that make sense, guys? And I just feel it's just this woman in the box that talks daily on her. And then there's an awareness on her. I think it's disgusting. I think it is absolutely disgusting, doing an awareness on someone that just suffer with a mental illness. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about Miss Red. Miss Red had every right to bring that up. I'm talking about, because I think there's going to be one this week on her. This lady is quite clearly stated. There's a police case. She talks to her about it for weeks daily on a live. And she's actually investigating her. Who made her a police officer, a copper? Who does this woman think she is in the box? She's actually investigating her, looking things up. Do you know what I mean? Isn't that some kind of form of doxing? I don't know if she's putting it all up on a live. But it's very weird behaviour, and it can be classed as bloody stalking. You know what I mean? It does make me a little bit mad, and I could be wrong. I don't know the girl, and people say there's a lot of videos about her. She's not nice. I do understand, so I could be wrong and out of terms when I say this. But all I can say is when my auntie was very, very sick, I imagine them being a lot of lives if she was on social media, because the things that she used to come out with, and I'm telling you, they're beyond vile. But she was very sick. And if this woman is faking her illness, if it's not for financial gain, and she is very ill, she's ill. She has mental health. Do you get what I'm saying? But I don't know. It could look like it's kind of she's being bullied. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be bullying someone that does suffer with severe mental health. I mean, someone said I'm wrong, and I could be wrong. I don't watch her. I don't know who she is. But I'm just saying, someone that's faking an illness and got chews coming out their nose and all of this, and is putting meds in there. I don't know what these meds are, but I did see a video. Is sick. Because no normal person would do that. Go out before.
That's all right. Can I just say, Natasha, don't sit there and tell me I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. I've been on a feeding tube since 2021. I have a jejostomy tube. Thank you very much. I know what I'm talking about. So sit there and coming back at me and now tell me you have one, and then we can have a conversation. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
People can have different opinions, and probably Dawn has a different opinion to me, and that is fine. All I'm saying is I understand about the misinformation, the financial gain. If she's doing it just for financial gain, then that's disgusting. 100% awareness lives, okay? And I do understand people need to have that awareness, I suppose, to say, well, the information. But I understand that. When you're sitting there saying that you believe Dad's involved and you do daily lives, you've been doing daily lives for 3 weeks, and there's an investigation place. Once that you're doing an investigation and you've been researching her, that is classed as bullying, man.
Angie, what did you and Pearl do last Friday afternoon with Corey?
Corey, what?
Yeah, and Pearl.
What about it?
When you were slagging Marcus off all afternoon.
I never said, what? No, wait a minute. Whoa. You got that from Mems. Did you watch my live?
No, yes,
I
did.
Didn't, exactly. So unless you want to come with evidence, because that has come from her. That's
I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, no, it is true. It did come from Ems.
No, that is not true.
Excuse me, so what about, can I just say, what about what she was doing to us before that? So you do something back for a reaction, and we were having a laugh with her. Everybody else that uses that backdrop on this app, so is everybody bullying them? That's what did we do wrong? We were having a laugh.
All I'm saying, Pearl, it's my opinion. You can have a different opinion to me. All I'm saying is when you're investigating someone and you're trying to get them help, it makes me laugh because people say that about me. Angie, I want to get you help. Who the hell do you think you are? If I want to get help, I'll go to the doctor. Yeah? If I want to go help, I'll go to the, phone the NHS or whatever. I don't need anyone here to get me help. This girl doesn't need your help on TikTok, where you're researching her, Googling her. The police have told you she has mental health.
Well, I'm sure they know where I'm at, Claire and Coco. I'm sure they know where I'm at.
Police have already told these women that they cannot prosecute for whatever it was for because of her mental health.
The only thing I don't agree with is if this lady comes on live and says she can't get her equipment for her machine. I've been on my machine for 3 years. My equipment is provided by the NHS. I don't need to do a GoFundMe. Nobody needs to pay subs for my equipment. I also want to clarify you cannot recannulate yourself because you are cross infections. So you can't reuse a cannula that you put in your veins and use for drugs. You can't do it. So what she's saying is misinformation. It's wrong information.
I agree.
And it's dangerous.
And I agree on the misinformation and financial aspects. I said that. I 100% agree. The rest of it, I don't.
It's Donna Marie, you and Mod on here, aren't you? Donna Marie.
Oh,
can you hear us or not?
What's next?
Can anybody hear me or not?
Yeah.
You know what just so bothers me when that woman sat there and said we're trying to get her help. Who the hell do you think you are?
Can anybody hear me or not?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Donna, Angie, if it's all right, Kit Kat just messaged me. She comes onto mine, she must have been...
I think the problem is everybody on here thinks they're judge and jury and they're going to dictate, and they've all got opinions, but they think their opinions are more important than everybody else.
I don't think Donna, can you hear Pearl?
No, sorry, Pearl, let me go out and come back in.
We're just not talking.
Kit Kat, if any of the mods is in, can they unblock Kit Kat? I think she's been done by a mistake. She comes on both our platforms, Angie.
Okay. Can someone unblock her, guys?
Yeah, but people wants to remember you doing the F page on a morning, so you're going to speak about things that's on there, so...
It's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. You can come in and have another opinion. But when you start talking about M's, we're not talking about M's.
Yeah, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but no one has the right to put anyone else down about it.
Agree with me.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I agree with you. I agree with you, Angie.
I just feel because like my auntie's been there. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can imagine she came on here who'd been spread all over the internet, and it's a very difficult one though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Whether someone that vulnerable or that suffers with that kind of, I assume she does. Well, she does, doesn't she? Mental health should be on TikTok. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Pearl. I didn't hear you, my babe.
You're all right. I thought as just nobody.
This is the worst app to be on if you suffer with mental health. I think if you're suffering that bad, you shouldn't be on here. I mean,
see, I can
as simple as, and I don't care what anybody says, you shouldn't be on here if you're suffering that bad with mental health, because this
I think the problem is though, people suffer with mental health and they come on here to get help.
Everybody will do this, that and the other. Stay off it.
That from both sides.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who am I talking to? Do you want to have an opinion, Pearl, or?
Ooh, Kit Kat's Fairy Charlie's mod. Where's there, Pearl? Kit Kat is Charlie Fairy's mod.
Please,
no.
Everybody seems to be quiet, Ange.
Sorry, Ange, that's up to you then. No. I didn't know who that was. I know she comes in both hours.
Oh, okay. So who are we next? Hey, Brookie.
Come on.
Hello, Brookie. No. Hello, I am. What's that one? Oh, sorry, I am dyslexic. I have can I say it? Dyslexia. What does that say? I am Beth. Hello.
Hi, Ange.
How are you? All right.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
It's Cat. Sorry, it's Cat, not Kit Kat. Can you unblock Cat?
Cat, what's the actual username, though?
Oh, do me a... Sorry, calling you Kit Kat. It's just Cat, isn't it? With a chili.
Oh, right. I wouldn't have a clue then. She's got to put a username in the comment. What's that say? Katie... Oh, God, lost her now. Katie Cat. Okay, I'll unblock her. So what's your opinion then, I am, Beth?
A difficult one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's wrong to accuse someone's dad of being involved because we don't know that for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Tracy.
I've watched a few of her lives.
Can you hear me, Pearl?
And when she's gone out of conscious.
Pearl, can you hear me?
Like when she passes out.
Angie, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're going to have to jump out, Joanne, because I think because you can't hear other people.
Who, me?
I can't hear other people neither. Yeah. So I'll jump out and then jump back in.
Oh, okay. So do you want to carry on then, Tracy?
I can't hear anybody neither. Angie, all I can hear is you.
Oh, what's going on today? Do you want to jump out and jump back in then, Tracy?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Unmute yourself, Angie, not unmuted, it works.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Hi, Beth.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying about Ems and stuff. She causes her own problems, don't get me wrong. But someone said that if you have really bad mental health, then they shouldn't be on the app. I think a lot of people come on here with mental health because they do believe that they're going to receive some sort of help. And then they get overwhelmed with how much hate they're receiving, and then it's too late to back out, you know?
Yeah.
But I believe everyone's entitled to an opinion, but I don't believe anyone should be slated for their opinion because we have freedom of speech, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But I see that from both sides about some people can't cope with it for the mental health, but also some people use it as an escapism, isn't it, for the mental health?
Yeah, like even with Ems, I saw her the other day, she was like, I'm only going to get a little bottle of drink because, you know, I'm trying to better myself. And someone said, you know, you're just going to go get another bottle after, because she does have a problem and she knows she has a problem. But so many people bring us all down.
Everybody's going on about a problem, right? Listen, I've reached out, Angie's reached out, Dave Durant.
No, I know. She's only going to help herself when she wants it, you know?
Exactly. So you best just leave it to it.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. But lots of people are going to hate on her, and then she believes that she has to stick up for that hate. She has to continue to do so. But in the process, she's dragging herself down.
She hates on a lot of people, doesn't she?
She does.
That works both ways too.
No, she does. She does. She causes her own problems. 100%.
That's true.
Hi, Joanne.
Hello. Going to Caitlin or whatever her name is. I've watched a few of her lives, and when she's passed out, gone unconscious or whatever, she literally comes straight around and arrives literally on the comments. Oh no, darling. Yes, darling. Now, when I've passed out in the past.
Sorry, I don't know why I laughed at there. Sorry.
That's all right. When I've passed out in the past, the last thing on my mind is to look at my phone or look at the comments. You know, I think majority of it is attention. I don't know anyone who's got NJ tubes or anything like that, so that's not my forte. But she, the mum, apparently the mum doesn't want to be involved at all. I think what Sally is doing behind the scenes, she's also trying to get her protected as well. So it's not just like getting the information, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but she is trying to get support for her behind the scenes as well, because she definitely needs that support.
Yeah, 100%.
She really does.
So, hey, Tracy's back. Hiya.
Hiya, Angie, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, I do think this app is a long place to be when you suffer with mental health, because you get a lot of haters on here and a lot of trolls, and they're all going to pick on you left, right and centre, and it's going to be no good for your mental health at all. No good at all for your mental health, this app, because people are going to pick on you. People are going to say, come on, Freddie, up. They am going to have a go at you. So I think best thing to do is to try and see if you can find help other ways, you know, Samaritans, phoning anybody up. I mean, if I get down in the dumps, I won't come on. I shall phone my brother up and have 2 or 3 hours on the phone with my brother. And that's how me and my brother cope with things. I won't come on here if I'm down in the dumps. This is the last place I want to be if I'm down in the dumps, because things happen and you say things happen, and then someone will record it and show somebody the next morning, oh, this is what so-and-so done on the app. And then before you know it, thousands of people are watching what you've said and what you've done on the app, and it's all wrong, and then that gets your mental health even worse.
Yeah, 100%, exactly. I don't know who is that next. Hi, Lana.
It's double standards on this app.
So, I got such hate on Miss Threads live when I was talking about Kirsten's. Like, I have been watching her. The seizure, it looked real. Now, I don't know. I'm not medically trained. I have no idea. If it is all fake, then my heart also goes out to her, because she's very, very ill mentally.
This is my point. This is exactly my point.
Angie, we don't know. Whatever way, if she's ill medically, you know, she's stuck in bed, she's a young girl. If it's fake for the attention, also, she is mentally ill, but lowest as low, and there's so much hate. And yes, I know her mods. Well, a couple of them are very vulnerable and have been in hospital through their mental health and modding while they're in hospital. But I don't think we can blame the father. I don't think we can blame anybody. But if she is that ill, then yes, she needs help, and she needs help soon. Well, like yesterday. It's heartbreaking, whichever way we look at it.
It's not for the app to help her, though, is it? Do you know what I mean? She's got her family there, and
But it's not for the app to then say.
When I say help her, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know that. But I don't know. I honestly, it's made me look at it a different way. But whatever way I'm looking at it, it's, I can't believe people are saying, she's a human being. She's a young girl, and whatever is wrong with her, it's sad. It's heartbreaking. She has her whole life ahead of her if she is well. And if she's not, then being told, oh, you're faking it, must be awful to hear.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, we all had sympathy for, what's her name, Gypsy Rose, what she went through because of her mother was sick, right? So we all had sympathy for that. So just imagine that's her mother was on this TikTok. Do you get what I'm saying? I think you've got to have that empathy. Yeah, okay, she's not a nice person, people say, but we just don't know what's going on. She did lose a sister, didn't she, or something? It could have caused a lot of trauma, And if she's anyone that fakes an illness, and not because it's from financial gain, but actually fakes an illness, is not well. They've got all tubes up there, and they probably shouldn't have tubes up there. Is not well.
But financial gain, it's not like she's getting all the money and she's going on holidays or she's buying expensive things. What's she do with the money? She's still stuck in her bed, in her hospital bed.
Yeah. Who's next? Hi, Pearl. If you got anything to say, Pearl, just jump in. Yeah. Oh, is she on the phone? Can't hear her, Pearl. Hi, Department for Pensions. Hi, Department. Where did Pearl go? She didn't get removed, did she, Pearl? What's going on today? It's like the twilight. Hello, Department for Pensions. Okay. Hello, Joe and Terry. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know what's going on. Have I crashed? Hello. Have I crashed? Everyone seems to be on mute. Hello, Sunshine. Can we kick everybody out, guys? But just leave Donna and Nana there. But hi, Sunshine.
Thanks.
All right, Ange, I think everyone needs to drop out the boxes and re-add because it's doing that silent thing again where you can't hear each other.
Oh, I see, yeah. Okay.
Can you hear me, Flower?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going on about anybody's mental health. We've all got mental health in some way. We have. See all this gossip and all these boxes, you only have certain few people in there, and you're all, I think that's why Pearl's dropped, you're all bullies in your own way.
Are we bullying her? I'm actually saying
no, because you bully everybody.
Bullied, so how's it bullying?
But then you turned it round last week.
Sunshine, are you M's mod?
No.
Are you sure?
Sunshine, how are you saying that I'm a bully when I'm actually protecting her?
I'm not M's one. Hang on, Postman's here. Wait a minute. Thanks, Richard.
Can you answer the question, Sunshine? Are you talking about M's or are you talking about Kirsten?
All of them. Everybody that you gossip about on here.
But a lot of people do the FYP. So do you have the same views?
But you're not FYP.
Huh?
You're not
I do FYP, it's in my title.
You've got to ask for a year and above for that one.
24th of the 1968.
1968 then.
Angie's the only one that's been on this girl's side the whole morning.
Sunshine, are you Ems's mod or are you part of Ems's community?
No, I'm not. Thanks, Richard. Sorry, it's a bit busy here.
Why is everyone saying you're a mod?
Sunshine.
Say that again.
Sunshine, I'm really confused what you're asking, really, Sunshine, because you're saying that I'm a bully, but I'm asking you how am I bully?
Well, really, to be fair, yeah. Because last week, guys, you've gone on about
last week, we're talking about
and Emsy's picking on me, but look what you and Pearl done there.
Don't come in here.
You've gone off topic,
Can I
Sunshine.
go, please? Sunshine, so what are your views, please, on mocking dead people? Do you not think that's vile? Should you not go and
Hey,
tell
what did
her?
Pearl and Angie do last
Do
Friday
you
afternoon
think
at
it's
Corey with
Marcus?
Marcus?
Vile. Do not come in here and be a fucking hypocrite.
Sunshine, the thing is, you've got obviously the wrong end of the stick because you probably just heard, one side of what Em was saying.
No,
So tell me
I was on the live. I was on the live.
But
I was on the live.
Can I
Peria,
speak, please?
both
When did I
you were
speak
like
about
vultures. You were slagging
Marcus?
Marcus off all afternoon.
When did I speak about Marcus? That's obviously a lie.
Liar.
Isn't that a lie now, Sunshine?
No, it's not.
That is a liar, Sunshine.
Yeah, we can hear you, Pearl.
Last Friday afternoon.
Angie, I'm going to jump down to my cleans here. I'll see you later.
Can you pull a screenshot then, Sunshine, where we were going on about Marcus? We never went on about that at all.
It's on screen record. It's on.
So can you bring it
Yeah,
forward?
you did. Yeah, you did. Beria. You used to wander in that kitchen.
Go and get it and bring it back.
All fucking day and go backwards and forwards. Pull the video forward, please.
Right, I'll have to go on my best friends here. Sorry,
Yeah,
can't
do you wanna
apologise
drop out
enough.
and then drop
But
back?
Perry,
Best
and now
friends
we're a
and then
pack
come
of
back,
bullying
Babbies.
hours. Now
Come
fuck
back,
off.
Babbies. Go
That's
on,
bullying
Babbies.
what you've just done.
You support Ems, but everyone else is the bully. She's the biggest bully on this app.
She's gone.
That's the type of people that support Ems. Deluded.
I feel
Deluded.
it in the water again today, Angie.
Oh, piss off, Pearl.
You keep cursing us, my Pearl.
Sorry, I've joined by mistake.
Oh, that's okay. So, hello, is it Carly? Hello.
Sorry, I've joined by mistake.
I don't know what's going on with these things today. I really don't.
I just wanted to say my side that I get, like, with the mental health side of it, I do get that. And I get where people...
Why was she removed?
Request the box again, Carly. It's because the boxes are messing up. I think it's TikTok. Because people can't hear each other. They're talking over each other. We can hear them down here, though.
Sorry, Carly actually knows Kirsten. She was talking about it in Miss Red's live, so please let her say what she's done.
Yeah, can we just mute so she can hear from Carly? Hi, Carly.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened then. I get where you're saying from about the mental health side of things with her. I get that. And I get where people are saying, like, not accusing her of faking and stuff like that. But she has done it to so many people. And, like, I get where you're all saying, like, it's affecting her mental health and stuff like that. But what about everyone's mental health she's affecting? What she did to me was horrendous. And it went on for months. What she accused me of was horrendous. Like, she accused me of Munchausen's by proxy on my 4-year-old child. That's
I understand what you're saying, but do you not think that somebody with a mental illness, which I think that she has, doesn't realise what they're saying?
No, I think she knows what she's saying. With the things that she said, she 100% knows what she's saying and doing.
We can't say that though, can we? We can't say 100% categorically.
She's got to have some sort of mental health if she was in an institution from when she was young and stayed in there for a while.
Yeah, and I'm not disputing the fact of that, but what she's saying, she knows what she's saying is wrong. She knows what she's doing is wrong. Because why would you attack? What she's saying is wrong. Like, you wouldn't go for a 4-year-old defenceless child for no reason. And I get that you don't know the full story on the side of things, and I get that. And I get there's probably a lot of things that you probably do need to look into to understand where a lot of people are coming from with this situation. But she is not the person that she portrays to be. She is nasty, and she does know what she is doing. Because why else would you go for a 4-year-old child that cannot?
Well, I mean, like I said, I only can, like my auntie, and I keep bringing her up because she was really sick and she went for something. And if I told you, you'd be absolutely horrified. But she, she was sick. And I just think if you're lying about some medical condition, I'm not saying she is lying, but if she is, or she's exaggerating, whatever, she's this very sick person, isn't she? Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry for what you've gone through, though, but I think just to stay away from her and block her, do you know what I mean? If that's the way she is, maybe she shouldn't be on TikTok.
No. Yeah, she was blocked from me in February. And she still talks about it now. So again, if that's if the way the guy, again, I can't really comment on this, but if she was saying what she said about my child and she didn't know what she was saying, why does she still mention it now? How can she remember what she said?
Yeah. Yeah, and I get what you're saying. Listen, maybe she isn't a nice person, but then I don't feel that people should be talking about a medical condition, questioning it and saying, why is this, or why didn't she do this, or this.
But that being said, she questions everyone else's medical conditions. She questioned my child. She questions everybody else that goes on her live. If they say they've got this, she will question. She will ask people for proof of their medical history, and therefore she will.
One, isn't it? Don't you think when someone has severe mental illness, which is what she's got, you don't put tubes up. I mean, listen, does she have any medical condition? Do you believe or not?
Me personally, from the diagnosis she's saying she's got with the gastroparesis, the intestinal dysmotility, the epilepsy, the hypoglycemia, my daughter's got all them.
Bloody hell, you know all of the medical.
My daughter's got them all.
You know, she says she asks everyone for medical proof. Has she ever shown any of her own medical proof?
No, she hasn't.
Right.
No.
It's like people I don't feel it's right to even if she hasn't showed she doesn't show anything. She doesn't need to show anything. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's
I get what you're saying, that she don't need to show everything, but she makes everyone else show theirs.
And can I just clarify that if you are on an NG tube and you are on it for a long time, you are taught to put your own NG tubes in. So she can apply her own NG tube if she's been taught to do it.
Yeah, I was trained to put my daughter's tube in.
Right, yeah.
And then my daughter's gone to surgical tubes now. She's got 2 separate surgical tubes, but I was trained to put my daughter's in. So you can be trained to put them tubes in, 100% you can be.
How did she come about on this morning?
I think it was just shared to misread.
Yeah, people misread, didn't they, Lord?
See, if someone's putting tubes up their nose and they say they don't suffer with anything in it, I don't know that, that's someone that's sick in it. That's someone that reminds me of what's her name, Gypsy Rose?
Yeah.
See, and she compared me to Gypsy Rose.
Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said she compared me and my daughter to that.
I don't know much about that condition, but so you tell me.
You should, Angela. You've got it.
If you suffer with that condition, isn't it that you hurt other people, or can you actually be hurting yourself?
I think you go into different scenarios and you believe that you've got all of these conditions. So
same as Angie then.
Yeah, that's what I said. Angie's got it. She should know what it is. Like it's like a bit like Gypsy Rose. You know, our mum convinced her that she had all of these illnesses and she was allergic to this. Or if you got a bee sting, you convince yourself that you're allergic to bee stings.
So it's an illness, then, isn't it? That
yeah,
she's got,
it's a mental illness.
She must be believing all these illnesses that she has, and that's what really does bother me. That everyone's attacking her for that. That is a condition. Then, if she's got that, because everyone's saying she's got it, we don't even know. Do you know what I mean? None of us are doctors or anything.
There was a woman the other day that said that she believed everything that she was telling herself because of her bipolar and schizophrenic. So what she was saying, she believed that she was true.
So
she thought she knew the Queen.
Exactly. So why are people questioning her and things? Leave her alone then, isn't it? Because if that's what she has, then I'm not saying that's what she's got. Then it is a condition, and I don't think people should be researching on Google and I can understand financial aspects and spreading of information there, but apart from everything else, she's not harming anyone but herself.
Can I just quickly jump in, Ange? Thank you for letting me on. I've got stage 3 intestinal failure, so I'm actually fed through a Hickman line in my chest. So I can sort of understand, how everything goes on. There's the big bag of feed there that I have go through me, and obviously I have the line in me chest with me, big bag of feed there. So the only thing I'm thinking is this girl, she does look quite ill, in all the videos that I've seen. Don't know, I've not watched her before. This is the first time I've heard of her. But I think the illnesses that she is saying that she has, the gastroparesis, these are very difficult conditions to get diagnosed. And you can be in the system a long time getting diagnosed. And the only thing I'm thinking is maybe she is seeking help herself and she is self-medicating. So rather than lying, she's just not getting the help she needs from the system, which is, you know, very difficult to get, that she's actually trying to fund it all herself and do things like that. I don't think she's lying because she does look poorly. And I can't believe, being ill myself, I can't believe that anybody else would go to that extreme of sticking those tubes up the nose, because they are brutal. I've had them done before. They are not, it's not a pleasant procedure at all to have it done. So I wouldn't like to think that someone would make it up.
It doesn't matter that even if she is lying.
No, I think she is poorly and she's not getting the help she needs. So she's funding her own and self-medicating herself.
Yeah. Everyone's bothered that she's making. Everyone's so bothered that she's making things up. I mean, TikTok.
I think it's,
don't believe everything on TikTok.
Angie, I think it's not so much, you know, she can go about her life and it doesn't impact anyone. But when she's trying to diagnose people on TikTok and she's saying things that she said to Carly, like, it then does become a problem, you know? So you could sit online and say, I've got this and this is what happens. Nobody really cares. But when you then outwardly doing what she's doing, that's when it becomes the issue, doesn't it? The issue is not necessarily...
I said the misinformation, 100%. But then I've always said to people, don't believe everything on TikTok. You know, she's not a doctor. You know, you've got to know, you know, if you're getting there believing it, then that's your problem. Do you know what I mean? There's TikTok.
Just going to say, like, nobody should be listening to anybody about any medical problem, because they could be steering you definitely up the wrong track. Go and see your doctor. You shouldn't be like asking anybody for advice on here unless you're speaking to your doctor.
I mean, there's so many people that does give advice, including myself. You know what I mean? And it's TikTok. Don't listen to people. It's that simple, isn't it?
But somebody could come on saying they're a doctor and medically trained and give advice, and they could be anybody. You still wouldn't 100% know to take advice from that person.
That's what I've said, go to your doctor.
100 bigger fool you to believe that anybody on here that says I'm a doctor and you take their warnings and their advice firsthand, bigger fool you.
Yeah. But that's the bottom line. It's TikTok as an app, man. You know, you're always sitting there believing everything, saying, oh my God, this person's lying, even about myself. So what, even if I am? It is TikTok. You know what I mean? You're you know, and like, if you don't like the person, just block them, move on. If you're doing it financially, for financial gain, I totally understand it. And that only, I totally understand it. And that's disgusting. That's, you know, that's what she's doing. But I do believe she's a very sick girl. I think she's only young, isn't she? So, and I do understand what Carly, what she's done to you. I get it. I do understand that. Yeah. But, you know, so many people have said shitty things on here. It has said the most vilest things on TikTok. You know, she's not a first person. You're not to remember that.
To tell people you can use your cannula over and over and over again is wrong, because you're introducing infection into the body. You can it's a one-time use. That's it, done.
I actually heard her say there's a lovely lady on here, Amy Pole, who unfortunately, because the hospital, the doctor used the cannula twice on her, she's now paralysed and everything. And I did hear Kirsten say that you can't, because look what happened to Amy Pole. So, I mean,
no, but there's another video prior to that where she said you can reuse cannulas.
Oh, okay, maybe there is. You know, Carly, honestly, I'm not getting at you as well, and my heart goes out to you, and sounds like you've got a lovely, well, your daughter's got a lovely mother. It's just very, very, very hard. And I also thought Munchausen is when you hurt somebody, you want medical attention.
No, Munchausen syndrome is when you make the other person believe that they've got this, that and another.
And you're doing it so the attention's on you.
Munchausen's by proxy is when you're doing it to someone else, and Munchausen's is when you're doing it to yourself.
Oh, that's what that's what I thought anyway, But I don't understand, like, I forgot what I was going to say now. Lost my thought. Oh,
and can I just say something?
So the people can get up, right?
Then let others up, Ange. I'll let other people up.
See, and I just wanted to say as well, just for some others always said about that she could be possibly self-medicating because she's not getting the right treatment and stuff like that. She has always said that she was diagnosed as a baby and she has the best gastro team and she's never been left, and that's on video as well. So she's not self-medicating because she's not getting the care that she needs. She's already said that she's been under gastro since she was a baby.
Can I ask you a question, Carly? The investigation, that's what I was going to say. What's she been, what's gone to the police? I mean, I say what's gone to the police.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. That what's going on there is I'm not involved in any of that, so I can't comment on that. I don't know.
Somebody actually put a video of what I saw, that she's been banned from certain hospitals. How can you be banned from a hospital?
Yeah, but Lana, we don't know whether that's true or not, though, either.
No, that's what I'm just saying. But how a hospital? I've never ever heard of them banning somebody.
We have to remember, girl. I've watched this girl now for a while. I've also watched a girl called Liv. She comes on at 7 o'clock on the night and she does until about 8:30. Now she is fed through her heart.
That's the same as me. The TPN.
Yeah, the tube is like where the heart is. Okay.
Yeah, it stops.
I watch her every day of the week when she comes on. She does all of her feed. She's on a 12-hour feed. She puts it all on. You see everything happening. Now, Liv's line broke a couple of months ago, and she was left without food for 7 days. And that was because she couldn't get into the hospital to have the operation done, to have the line fixed. Now, it happened again the other night, okay? It snapped and you've seen fluid leaking out the line. Now, the next day, Kirsten come on and said that her line had broke and that her nurses were coming in to remove it. Now, she's used Liv's story. She said that she woke up in a pool of blood and that it was leaking. Now, you also see her drinking Monster cans, okay, and then you see it draining out of her tube. She says her tube that she's fed through her heart is through her groin. Now, she's never, ever, ever mentioned about that line until Liv did it. Until Liv had it, and she must have found Liv. Liv has the same conditions as she says. She is a very dangerous person. She also says that she was rushed into hospital and she was in a coma. This was the same girl that was released from hospital 2 hours later. She says that she's airlifted, which there's a girl on here that does daily things about this girl. She was airlifted. Okay, now this lady's debunked it. She's gone through the air. She's seen where the helicopter has landed for medical. It's nowhere near her house. Nowhere.
Can I ask you a question though, Jenny? You say she's very dangerous. How is she dangerous?
But she's manipulating people.
What, for money?
She's asking for money. Her mods have given her money. Now, my daughter, she's 9 now. When she was 1, she had severe reflux, so she was NG fed through her nose. Now, the tubes, they're not nice to pass, but they're easy enough to do it at home. Now, if she was on the other line for long, they would put a peg in her stomach.
Yeah.
She buys everything offline.
I get what you're saying. She said this, she said that about herself. And you're saying, well, if that was the case, well, they would have done this, blah blah blah. I get it, but that's not a dangerous woman. That's just a liar. That's just someone that's, in my opinion, that's sick. Yeah, is believing her own lies or whatever it may be. But that's just not a dangerous woman. When she's saying about this is what I've done, this I've gone here, and she hasn't done it. That's not a dangerous woman. That's just
but when she's taking money off people,
taking money off people, well then 100%.
That's what she's doing. She's saying to Mod, she has a wish list up with all medication on there, not medication, but medical items. For example, gloves, NG tubes. I can go and buy an NG tube now off the internet, and I can fit it. You know, she seems to hook on other people's things, and she can walk. You see the shadow of her coming off the camera, and you see her standing up and walking, but she's paralysed. It doesn't make sense.
Laura's not in the box.
I'm going to drop Angie to give some other opportunities for other people. I just like saying
box Laura. You're talking about Laura with pugs.
Laura loves pugs. We can't box Laura loves pugs. Pearl will kill us.
Well, I'm going to drop as well. It is Laura Love Pugs, Angie, because she said she knows her. So if she does come up, then maybe everybody has to just mute and everything. Oh, there she is. She's up. I'll speak to you later. Have a lovely day.
See you later, Lana.
Bye, darling.
All I'm going to say is this, and then I'll drop a promise. Kirsten, I was a mod for 2 years for her. She got money out of me because she said she needed test strips, she needed Libra freestyle sets. If you didn't have the money, she would slag you off in the mod groups. She's conned loads of money out of me. I paid her rent. I brought her stuff for her medical things.
You see, her dad knows what's going on. Her dad knows. People have been in contact, and her dad and her mum are trying.
And her dad turns around and says that's your fault if you lend her money, not hers.
See, if you were poorly and you were tube fed, you would have everything delivered on a monthly basis. You'd have your feeds, your tubes, enough to cover you. You'd have gloves. You'd have everything that you need. Nothing's ever delivered. Why does she buy it all?
Yeah,
it's because
I
the
don't know. Even if I don't even know, like what his dad said, it's your problem giving her money. You know, she's mentally not well, is she? Right, so she probably can't even financially look after her money. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know.
She was saying the other day that she's only got, I think she had £2 left in her account, and that she didn't have.
This could also be mental illness. Stuff. But then people giving her money could also be her mental illness. Her thinking she's got £2 and she probably hasn't one. But do you know what I mean? It also could be
quickly just say, I lost my mum, which everybody knows. She had a go at me because I couldn't mod because I was with my mum when she was dying. And then she told everybody in the mod groups that I was lying and I was manipulating her. And then she blocked me and then she unblocked me. And then she told everybody in the chat that I was lying about my mum being dead and I only just lost her. I was online the next day to say that I wouldn't be online, and then she had a go at me because I wasn't going to be online to monitor her room and count all her times on the internets and all her fits and everything. But I'm going to drop because I know I'm going to get these into trouble, but I just thought I'd have my quick say.
And also, you know, when people say that she's going into a coma or she's passing out or whatever it is that she's doing in life, it's because she's taking medication through the tube too quickly. Now, there's medication out there that are travel medication that you can have that knocks yourself out. My son has a 5 milligram travel tablet that you can buy in a medication way, but it knocks him out. So she could be having it. Like Liv has a certain medication, you have to feed it so slowly through the tube. She just pushes it in, and then when people say to her, you need to go slowly, she goes, oh no, it's fine, it's diluted. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like I said, I just feel like, it's people wanting to help her from here, but they're not helping her, are they? They're doing awareness.
She said like she was on end of life care as well. It's dangerous because, like I said, there's people out there like Liv who went 7 weeks without any nutrition. So she already can't eat or drink anything. Her lips are so dry, and she had to wait 7 weeks because there's people like this that aren't helping the situation when people do actually need medication and things.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I just feel like you're blaming someone that's not well. Yeah, if you've got tubes up your nose and you don't need you say, that's a very unwell person. So,
not really, look how people can manipulate on this app quite easily. I could put tubes. It's money for her. She's on there and she's getting gifts.
Do you believe she's doing all of this just for money, financial gain?
Yeah, 100%.
And there's nothing wrong with it?
No. Like I say, Liv
and on this Red's live, Sally did say that about a police investigation, but yet the police said they cannot prosecute because of her mental health. So she does. They have said she
does have mental health, but that doesn't warrant the fact that
if a police isn't going to prosecute, they usually, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but they usually prosecute because of a severe mental illness, not just mental health. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they said that, like I said, she said that she was every time she goes to hospital, she's airlifted. because she's so poorly. So she's airlifted. Like I said, they debunked you can see where the ambulance helicopters have gone and where they've landed. They've debunked that, and it's nowhere near. She was in a coma, but 2 hours later she was back online. And when you see her looking at the screen.
See, the way I just see it, and I've said it before, the way I see it is just a very sick girl, right? Sick girl. That, yes, she's getting money out of people, but that's also probably mental health, mental illness as well. I don't think her gain is to do what she's doing to financially gain. I think she is sick. I think she does have a problem. If she's got tubes up her nose and what you're saying is all fake, then she's not sick. That's not a normal person that does all that. Do you get what I'm saying? And I just feel like people are saying she said this and that to me. You're kind of taking it so personally. But why would you take it so personally when you know this is just a person that's not well? You know what I mean? Just like my auntie's not well, would come out with the most disgusting things, vilest things. But you just got to take it with a pinch of salt, And we're not talking about mental health, we're talking about a mental illness. The police has already said that, and people are saying they want to help her on this app. Well, I mean, who the hell do people think they are on TikTok? They're not doctors or judges, and you want to help her, but yet you want to also report it to the police. Do you know what I mean? And, that's not helping her at all. And you've got someone saying, I believe her dad's involved. You're basically saying it's a big scam. That's a severe accusation to be making, where her dad could just be helping.
No, her mum and dad are aware that
not involved.
Her mum and dad are aware of what she's doing, and they want her off the app.
Yeah, maybe they are aware of what she's doing because they know about her illness. She's ill. If she's ill, she's ill. And then it's not like he's enabling her, like people are saying, or he's involved. He probably just knows how unwell his daughter is. You know what I mean? People making these accusations without even knowing. Unless you live with a person, you really don't know what's going on. And the police have already said, the police investigation have already said they won't prosecute because of her illness. So that suggests to me she has a severe illness, but yet people are still doing daily, lives on her and saying that her family are involved and she's not well. There's a very severe accusations to be making because you don't know. What if she is well? And what if
mum and dad want her off the app and they want a bit more control? Because if they're saying what's true, she's been sectioned and this and that and she's mentally unstable, they can go for power of health and wealth, right? So they can go for power of attorney over this girl. So there's other things that they can do. So if they're that bothered, they can do them steps.
Yeah. No,
it's not easy to get a power of attorney, though. It's not as easy as just signing a form.
But I just feel that so many people on TikTok are getting involved in a personal life now. Do you know what I mean? People are researching and going on Google.
I agree, yeah.
That could be classed as bullying, right? Searching her and investigating her. We're going to get help. She's got a family there. Who are people on here to be wanting to help her in her personal life? I mean, who do people think they are? You know what I mean? That really does bother them.
And if you do send gifts to help her and stuff like that, then obviously it's on you. But I mean, I've been scammed before and I learned from it straight away and I just completely.
Well, there's a difference between a scammer and someone that's not well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So either or, whether you feel you've been scammed or not, it's your choice. You need to take responsibility. You can't blame somebody for their actions. This app is a way of platforming yourself and people do it in different ways, don't they? So,
I mean, if she has, you don't really know the ins and outs of that, apart from what you've all searched on Google, right? I mean, you could, if anything, the way I see it is that prosecutions be made towards people that are researching her and looking her up and getting involved in her personal life, because that does class as bullying. If anything, I think she's probably bloody at this point got a case. No, even though you just don't know in someone's personal life, but people always want to get involved and search, and it's weird.
I think it's because the mods are coming forward. I think that's what's driving people to look into it like that. I think her name's Sally, I think.
Why would you want to bully someone that's mentally unwell?
You can walk away from a situation. You're behind a screen and essentially on an app. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That you've got to take your own power back. And if people do feel really bullied or whatever, a victim of her, but I just think you do have a choice.
Yeah, someone's in the a few people are saying mental health is no excuse. I'm not talking about mental health. I'm talking about mental illness. It's every excuse. Yeah. My auntie, she would come out of she believed a lot of her lies, and she was sectioned. There's a difference between mental health and mental illness, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
it goes a bit too far when the the Muslim people are buying her a medical bed and a medical wheelchair. The type of wheelchair that she has, I think I can't remember if she's brought it off a mod or a mod come forward and said I gave it to her. So if she has those type of fits that she has, somebody come on and said, look, if you did, you would have a wheelchair that you were strapped in, lied back, and you'd have like a headrest part. So obviously if you did go into a fit, you wouldn't fall out the chair. Now, she's in a chair that's a very low back. So it's not even... If this medical was real and she did it through the NHS, she would have a proper wheelchair. She's purchasing things to make out she's poorly. And why would you drink a monster can, a whole can, drink it, and then drain it out of your tube? You see the bubbles come out of her tube.
Yeah, but she's believing she's sick, right?
Yeah. And you know what it is? At the end of the day, she's the one that's going to get humiliated at the end of the day.
And
it's like, you don't put yourself in that.
Listen, the Gypsy Rose case.
And just quickly, then I'm going to drop. Just what you're saying is completely plausible, completely. However, just playing devil's advocate for a minute. What if she isn't physically ill? And what if she isn't mentally ill? What if she is just a scammer and all this is for attention and money? I mean, there is a third possibility. It's not either she's physically sick or mentally sick. There is a possibility that
she was. Rebecca, 100% you're right. She could all just be all fake. Yeah. She's doing financial gain. 1,000%. But I'm going by what Sally said in the box. There was an investigation case. They won't prosecute her for whatever reason. She'd taken it to the police. I don't know, because of a mental illness, because of she's not mentally well. So that's come out of her mouth, saying that she's not mentally well. And in my opinion, I could be wrong, police will not prosecute. Well, depending on what it is, if it's something petty or something small, they won't prosecute if they suffer with some kind of form of severe mental health. And that's only if it's something minor. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking about anything bigger than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's
I do. I understand that. I do. I understand that.
Prosecute.
Yeah, we don't know, the ins and outs of that, do we? We only know what this.
Now, apparently, she has been mentally ill because when she was younger, her sister passed away, so it put her into a mental institution.
Right, okay. But even then, again, playing devil's advocate, even then, we can have mental illnesses and be mentally ill and still be able and have the capacity to scam people. You can be both,
Yeah, that's very true, but we don't know. But say wanting a wheelchair, for example, she probably thinks she does need a wheelchair. She probably does believe she's sick. And she probably needs a wheelchair. Who knows? We just don't know.
It's all about bringing evidence on this page, and I love that. And it does appear that all these many different people are coming forward with these forms of receipts that they have. There are videos, there are, different things out there. It's not like these people are coming forward and they have no proof of what they're saying.
100%.
Do you not think, though, with all this, it's become a witch hunt, though? You know what I mean? It's,
let's say quite frankly, it's none of our business. But if she is ripping people off financially and the rest of it, then I absolutely believe they have a right to bring it to the app.
Right, so let's say I do a GoFundMe, right? I'm on a feeding tube, as everyone knows, and I come out with a big old, you don't know me from Adam, but I come out with this story. Who's in the wrong? Me for the GoFundMe or you for funding that GoFundMe?
I think a bit of both, to be honest. If you're a scammer and obviously you're scamming people, I think with GoFundMe you always should have evidence with it. Do you know what I mean? But I think as a person, that's why I always ask for evidence, and people attack me for doing that. And I say I don't care. I'm not paying with my money unless I know that that's the truth what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's absolutely like me. I would never put my name to a GoFundMe unless I absolutely knew where it was going.
On both sides, isn't it? Believe me, people even lie about someone that's been unalive, they need it for a funeral.
Yeah, of course they do. People are sick. People are sick.
Yeah. Hence the pun, mental health.
The people in the box. Hello, Nikki.
Use the NHS. We have a free NHS system in this country. Use it. Stop funding people and telling people that you can't get the medical equipment when it's on the NHS and it's free. Anyone will tell you that use the feeding tube. We get it free. My pump is free.
Yeah, you have a monthly delivery.
My medication
you have a
is free.
thing from when my daughter was on it. Every single month I had enough tubes to replace it. She pulled it out. I'd have the feed, the pump. Now she actually stole the feeding pump from the hospital. Now that's been proven, and that's on the FYP.
You know, you say it's been proven. How do they know it was? How do they find out that she did that?
I think she's to a mod. I think there's messages, and she's telling the mod what type of feeding pump she needs. So she's giving medical experience, and then she's putting the message that she's taken the pump from the hospital. Now,
well, it's nothing to do with TikTok, though, is it? Really? Do you know what I mean? Probably why she's been bananaed in hospital. You know what I mean? Somebody been stealing.
She goes in hospital in a coma, and she's out 2 hours later. She's been airlifted in a coma, out in two hours after, back on TikTok for money.
And the mods in the chat, if you'd like to come up and have a say.
Can I just speak to the three people in the middles? Hi, Nikki. Hello, Nikki. No, okay, let me drop some people and I'll put them in then.
You can
I'll go down. Thank you for having me.
All right, hello, Ali.
Thank you.
I don't know if her
See you
name's
later.
Brittany.
Hello, Ali. Ali's not there. They must have got bored listening. Hello, Phoebe. Phoebe there. Phoebe's not there.
I don't know who the mod is that's in the chat.
Well, they're welcome to jump in. I'm going to come off about 1:15 anyway. But they want to jump up, they can do.
I think it's more come to light recently because the mods are coming forward, and giving information that's messages and things that she said.
Yeah. Hi, Maria. Are you a mod, or was a mod?
No, I'm not a mod. No.
So anyway,
I just wanted to quickly. I mean, I'll only be up to a couple of seconds. Just touch on the who's to blame, the person who sets up the GoFundMe versus the person who donates. Now, I can understand everyone's point of view on that. I just want people to bear in mind the intentions of these people. So, the people who scam, their intentions are to scam. The people who donate are very different. Their intentions are good-hearted. So whilst I appreciate you should be looking for evidence, and we should be double-checking who we're donating to. Some people don't have, the experience of doing that. They just want to help. So their intentions are really good-hearted. So I don't think we should be targeting them people too much.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, because there's a lot of vulnerable people on here. Even if you're not vulnerable, people, it does pull on people's heartstrings, and that's why people do put up a GoFundMe where it's just the worst of them all. You know what I mean? A funeral, someone died, whatever, because it does pull on people's heartstrings. I've told people so many times just to get proof, get evidence, even if it's the worst story you've heard, because unfortunately there's a lot of sick people out there that will, that are scamming people that would go low, and that they know what they're doing. So just always check them out. Always research them before you, part with your money. And I get attacked for saying that, and I don't think I should be getting attacked, because whether it's someone's, children, whatever it may be, always ask for evidence, because these scammers, they're sick, man. They go really low. I'll be back, guys.
No, I think it's good advice that you give, Angie, in the sense that we should be double checking. But it just, I've got family that have been scammed before, especially my nan who's in her 80s. Oh no, she was 90 last week. And that was just pure out of, she had good intentions, and she's, kind-hearted and stuff, and doesn't have the kind of experience or even skill set to really check whether someone's real, and that, she doesn't believe people are like that. But yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? Some people just get caught out.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Flower Flaps.
It's Fanny Flower.
Hi, Flower Flaps. I don't think she's here. Is there anyone else in the box? I think we're done pretty much, isn't it? That's it, guys. Thank you for joining the FYP, and yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining.
Sorry, I didn't know.
I've got my brekkie now, guys. I will watch
that. Auntie, can you kick me out?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to watch this, Kirsten. See what she's about.
I'm very much like you. I don't know who she is. First time I heard about was on Miss Red's live.
Yeah. Exactly. Right, guys, I'm going to, I think I might come off now. Who's this in the box? I'll just put this person in.
She dropped.
Oh, she's dropped.
Can have you breakfast in peace, Ange, or lunch?
Yeah.
What you got?
Egg. It's the usual chips. Egg. Who's this? Is she coming in the boxes the other go or not? A good FYP today. Oh, thank you so much. It was a good FYP, wasn't it? And that's it, guys. Now you can all piss off.
I think she's had a phone call.
Please.
Oh, yeah, Angie, is there an update on Candy?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I did. Yeah, she's fine.
She's all right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's good.
There you go, chat. Yeah, someone just asked in the chat if there was an update on her.
Yeah, sorry. It was when I was on here. Somebody did call me. Oh, God, I'm hungry now, guys. Right, I think I might just come off now.
No, come off and eat your dinner in peace.
What about MT? What about MT?
MT's
you
left.
Talk about the video. Do you want me to show you the clip of the video? Okay, because people were waiting me to wanting to play this. So let me tell you what happened before I play it. Because when I play it, I'm going to have to probably restart. But if I'm not going to do that, I'll just come off. Right. So I'll tell you what's happened. Then I'll play the video, and then I'm just going to come off, and I'll be back on a couple of hours. So it was about the Claire Duffy situation. I don't want to go on about the lady because the lady is not here anymore. But Claire Duffy did say something really, really horrid to a lady. The lady, unfortunately, has passed away, okay? She did say something about, we all know what she said about, what did she say? Ripping the cancer from her or something like this she had said to her. Now, I've got another video that I don't really want to say it because she's not here. But like I said, it did go back and forth, right? The lady did say something about her children, and I did hear that the other day. I didn't want to bring it up again, you see. And it wasn't pleasant either, okay? But I don't want to talk about it because she's not here, and that's not fair. But anyway, MT got into the box. I think MT has had a lot of issues with this Claire Duffy in it as well. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but...
and can we just say, MT this morning said that he is no longer doing lives, but he will still be in the comments and watching the lives.
Yeah, so MT jumped in the box and it really went south and said to her that she should go and I'm just going to say this and not actually say the whole word so I don't get bananaed. JUMP off BRIDGE. Yes. Now, and first of all, guys, I don't condone that, okay? So I was a little bit shocked when he did say that because, you know, two wrongs. Now, I'm okay with MT, no hate on him, okay? Before he starts thinking I'm hating on him, because I'm not. I don't condone that, okay? Because two wrongs don't make a right. I don't agree with what he said at all. But when he did jump out, well, when he came back in again, we did say it's not okay for what he said to Claire Duffy. Do you know what I mean? Two wrongs don't make a right. Do you get what I'm saying? Who's this in the box? So basically, that's what happened. And what I'll do is, before I come off in the next 10 minutes away, I will play the video. Okay, and then you can just have your own opinions. You know what I mean, or have your own thoughts on it. You agree with MT? Yeah, but two wrongs don't make a right, do they? Do you know what I'm saying? And you can't say that to someone. You just can't. I mean, you don't want to be the same as that person that said what she said. And even listen, even that woman's not here. I did hear the voice recording of what she said about children, and that was not nice either. It was not nice. So I think, in my opinion, that they were both in the wrong. Okay, and I don't want to talk too much on the woman because she's not here, but I have to put that out there. Okay, in my opinion, they were both wrong. Yeah. So basically, that's it. I don't think you should play it again. Well, no. If you don't want me to play it, won't play it. Should we put a poll up? Can we do these polls on here when you've got boxes on? Happy face, yes. Play the because I don't want people going, oh, I should have played it. You're doing the FYP. Why haven't I played it? Because people have asked me why I haven't played it. So happy face, you want me to play the clip? Sad face, you don't.
And MT only spoke to her that way because she don't understand.
Yeah, let me just end this poll. Can someone just put a
talk
poll up?
communication. She only understands gangster.
I'm on the wrong account, so I can't do it. Ziana, can you do the poll?
Yeah, can someone just
Hayley
do
can do the
or put it in
poll.
this one?
Oh, it's
And I'll
Hayley,
listen to what other people say, whether they want me to play it or don't want to play it. So I don't want to be hearing I should have played it. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I did get a few messages. But I don't want to be hating on MT either, because, you know, I'm not doing that either, guys, all right? I just don't condone what he said, and I did say that to him.
Hayley, Honeybee, Grinch. Oh no, the poll's upstairs.
But then you've got to remember, there's a reaction for every action, right? There is a reaction, and maybe MT did react, maybe not in the best way, but, you know, we've all had someone, probably the majority of us, that has died, you know, unalived from cancer. You know what I'm saying?
The poll's at the top, guys.
Yeah, so it could have been a huge trigger for MT as to why he said what he said. Even though we don't condone it, I think we need to just think of that too, you know.
I think she's on a long bus drive, that Claire. She's still on her way to Pearls, you know.
So guys, if you want me to play it, it's on the poll. And then I will come off. Right, what people say, it's a long poll. Okay, 88 is saying play it, I'm going to play it. Hello, Kelly.
Now, Val, can you mute your mic, please?
You know what really bugs me is that when people come in the box, they must accept. Surely that's not...
No, it just puts you straight on after 7 seconds or something like that.
So annoying.
You have a couple of seconds and it just puts you live.
Oh, okay. So, right, people asked me to play it, so let's go to this clip. And can I just say, at the time, no one really said anything to MT at the time because we were a little bit, what the hell, you know what I mean? But it was said, it was not good what he said, okay? I did notice a certain person did play it. But when they saw that Lynn's, she was, well, I think was the first one that said, oh, that's, you know, it's two wrongs don't make a right, that's not okay. She actually stopped playing it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like when someone wants to incite hatred on your platform, it's like they just want to hear you, oh my God, it was on Angie's platform. No one said anything.
Zach the Brat played it as well, and as soon as she was being homophobic, if that's the right word, it was like, yeah, blocked, you ain't coming in my live again.
Yeah. So anyway, here we go. I hate it when people do that. They only play that, they want to play the bad bits, but they don't want to play the good bits when people are like, no, we don't condone that. That's not okay. Do you know what I mean? Right. And we all know why they do that. Right. Here we go.
I am. What's going on? Listen, I just very quickly come in, just jumped in for a second.
Right, I'm just going to let you listen. Oh, shit.
Cleared up for you, absolute sick cunt.
That's disgusting.
Don't care.
Oh, wait a minute. I think it lagged.
That's a wrong gun. It's so wrong. You are. I am.
What's going on? Listen, I just very quickly come in, just jumped in for a second. Hello, everyone. Cleared up for you, absolute sick cunt.
That's disgusting.
Don't care. Go and fuck yourself. What you said is disgusting.
Did that lag? Did it lag when I was live when he said that?
No, I think it might have just been cut out.
Right.
Because when Zach the Brat played it, he played the whole thing and he was like, you can't say that. But then as soon as she said the homophobic stuff, it was like, yeah, you're blocked.
Someone should fucking beat you up, you little scumbag. Someone should beat you up, you little scumbag. I didn't get you caught and I had the last time.
You're a wrong gun.
You're the wrong gun. Fucking
you're the wrong gun for coming up.
You little fucking sweat. Sitting in the box, sitting on your belly big bollocks.
One person is standing up.
Saying you'll kick it out of them, you little fucking sweat.
I will. Yeah, because you're in the box.
Oh, sorry, one sec. I hope you got...
if I have to get reported because of her, she can get reported.
Sorry, one sec.
Swallow them words.
Horrible cunt.
You're gonna swallow them words, mate.
Bye-bye.
Swallowing no words.
Bye-bye, Claire, you little fucking wrong'un.
You're a wrong and get off the ass.
You're a wrong'un, you little scumbag.
And you pull.
Hey,
You pull.
little wrong'un. Look, Claire's upset because she's being forced out to defend herself. You little cunt. Get out the box. You shouldn't even be in here, you little scruffy twat. Get out the box. What are you doing sitting in here? I'm trying to she's scruffy.
You bastard.
People who've got cancer.
Take it up the ass.
Vile twat. Hey, vile twat. Your ma's a fucking peg leg, your dad's a get out the box, Claire.
You're an ass, you
little scruffy twat.
You
Before you get banned.
I'm going anywhere, just come to say hello if you want.
Go back to your 9 to 5.
What's wrong with a 9 to 5?
Claire, that was you homophobic.
What's wrong with a 9 to 5?
Hello. Sorry, I'm just a little bit confused. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to mollycoddle her? And say, well done, Claire, for what you said earlier on. I think it's brilliant.
I think you should get on her level.
Sorry?
It is disgusting what you said, but I'm saying like you shouldn't really go on to her level and like say the same shit back.
I mean, on her level would be me saying something derogatory about people who are suffering from
So this is what a certain creator didn't play. One more time, we don't condone that. Let's make Angie look as bad as possible. I'm quite glad she did that, though, to be honest.
And illnesses that are probably detrimental to many people who are in this box. Me telling her to go and throw herself off a bridge and I hope she gets bullied around her house, I wouldn't say it was bad. I'd just say it's a bit of karma, realistically, wouldn't you? Because, I mean, you've probably all got people who've been affected by cancer who are all sitting in this box. So if you think sweet talking are all sitting there and listening to her opinions, the right way to go, then so be it. But personally, I don't. I think it's disgusting. And you fight fire with fire, don't you? She's a vile, horrible cunt, so you need to be a vile, horrible cunt back to her. Because if you sit there and you're nice to her, then everyone just goes, oh, well, Claire, it's okay, you can say it again. And then she'll be in someone else's box next week saying, oh, it's all good and well, do you know what I mean? Because I said it, I was allowed to say it and made an excuse up and it was pacified. No, it doesn't wash like that, unfortunately. I don't care if people say it's too far. It isn't too far telling the vile, horrible cunt to go and throw herself off a bridge, is it? Realistically. Let's be honest. We all know she ain't gonna do it. If she did do it, well, I mean, I'm not gonna lose no sleep over it, am I? She's a horrible twat. Do you know what I mean?
I just think she's being reprimanded, isn't she, for what she said. To say horrible, nasty things like that back doesn't always win you the fight.
Okay, so do you think telling someone to jump off a bridge is the same as telling someone you're going to beat cancer out of them?
No, I don't. But I don't. I still think it's a vile thing to say to someone.
It may not be a nice thing to say, but as I said, you fight fire with fire, don't you? What would you prefer me to do? To come in here and say, oh, Claire, sorry about the stuff what you said the other day. I don't really think it's right what you should say. I don't think that you should say it again. Because she'd sit there and she'd laugh it up again and she'd carry on and carry on and carry on.
But everything else she said was fine, but I think telling someone to jump off a bridge is
let's be specific. Let's be specific. I told her to go and throw herself off the bridge. I haven't told anyone else to. I told her to.
I don't care about what the adults argue because they've each got valid points, but there is children on both sides that is going to hear this, and that is the wrong part.
Well, if she's sitting with the children, she shouldn't be in the box, should she? Do you know she's coming here to have a discussion about the stuff that she said?
And that's it, guys. Well, there's more to it, but that's us saying, because we don't condone, two wrongs don't make right.
And I just jumped up to say as well, because MT said you don't play fire, you play fire with fire, right? And I'm not excusing what Claire said in the slightest, because it was bang out of order. But what I will say is if you use the same breath to what was said to Claire, then she's played fire with fire. Because if you listen to what Claire said, or what was said to Claire in the voice note, it is disgusting as well.
Yeah.
Beyond disgusting.
It was. That's what I was going to mention as well. Thank you. It was about children, and it was quite disgusting.
And what Claire's saying was said to her is true. That's what was said to her.
But was that girl getting bullied at the one time by a group of ladies?
I couldn't tell you the backstory, but obviously that's been said to Claire about the feeding tube, and then Claire's reacted with what she said. I think they're both wrong for what was said. What was said to both of them were disgusting. So I will just say that. I think it's right to say that because we've listened to it.
But I think it was said that there was 3 people bullying that lady with the C. 3 people going at her daily for months and months and months upon months. Do you know what I mean? And I think we can all say there was bad on both sides, but what those voice messages we heard the other day that Claire Duffy left was vile. I don't think anybody can say, when you tell someone you're going to rip the C out of them, do you know what I mean? It's just disgusting.
Yeah, but did you hear what she had said to Claire Duffy?
No,
I know that we shouldn't be talking on her. I know she's passed away. I do get it, but I have to say it because obviously Claire Duffy's on this app, right? And I don't want it to be one-sided. Do you know what I'm saying? Did you hear the voice note, what she said to Claire Duffy? Whoever said that, was it Donna?
No, I've not heard that, Ange.
Yeah, it was to do with it. Was it a breathing tube, Hayley?
Yeah, so it was racially aggravated, to be fair. Then she said that she was going to put curry powder in the feeding tube of a little kid. That I can't really go into everything that was said because it is quite racial in what she was saying. So I think, if someone said that about my son, I would react. I wouldn't maybe react in the same way Claire did and say the things Claire said.
I don't think we would have reacted, but whether it was justified, what she said. Listen, I can never justify any because 2 wrongs don't make a right.
People are saying why curry powder.
Both slagging. They was both slagging each other's children that are a different colour to themselves, so they both was in the wrong. That man come up and said it. That's Xavi, was it his name?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know about that, but I still think what Claire said was, I think they're both out of order, and I think the messages that I heard that Claire did was disgusting, in my personal honest opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it was a reaction of someone saying they're going to unalive a child, right? Was it a breathing tube that carried down? Do you know what I mean?
And the reason for the curry powder was because she was saying the slur for Muslim people in the voice note, and Claire's children. Sorry, the window cleaner's here and the dog's going mad. The curry powder was insinuating because they were Muslim. That's why. So Claire has posted it. So I think it's still there on Claire's page if people want to listen. I don't really want to get involved in that side of it because obviously Hayley isn't here anymore, but the things that were repeated back to Claire and Claire was defending herself on is true.
But we don't know the conversation before that either, do we, boy? She said that.
Yeah, we don't know the conversation before, but what Claire insinuated it was is true because I've listened to the voice note and I know Hayley from watching her previously and I know that that's her voice.
Just remember, guys, there's always 2 sides. Do you know what I mean? Not that I condone any of that because I don't.
No, definitely not. I think what both of them said were disgusting, like beyond disgusting. Yeah. So and like I said to you this morning, Ange, it's really hard to say who is the victim in that scenario because what was said to one and said to the other were both just as disgusting.
Yeah.
And I think when you bring people's children in, you just lose any argument. I'm sorry. Children, nobody's got a right to bring children into arguments.
Exactly. So there you go, guys. But I won't mention it again on here. But yeah.
No, thank you for that though, because I wasn't aware. So thanks, guys.
Yeah. They were both in the wrong. Unfortunately, Hayley isn't here anymore, so it's all falling unclear. Yeah, exactly. It's she's not here anymore. I just don't want it all to fall unclear. Although what she has said is vile. You know what I mean? But the reason why she said what she said because it was a reaction to what she had said. I'm nearly eating my whole breakfast. I'm going to come off now, though. Who's in the box?
Someone asked, is Claire welcome back on your platform?
No.
And Claire took this too far now because of the insult she's gone with Pearl. She's not welcome on my platform either. You don't tell someone you're going to go and burn the bag of van down to make yourself get more clout.
It's not just that. Listen, like I said, I understand her reaction because of what she'd said. But, you know, like I said, my family have died of cancer. I say died, you know, I've got other, you know, not my dad, but other family members. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a vicious thing to be saying. But like I said, saying that, you know, I know I understand what's the reaction, but no, she's not allowed back on my.
No one
I was going to say burger van. She's not allowed on my platform because also she did say horrible things to Pearl, and she said she was going to go to hers and BURN her caravan.
No one's condoning what Claire said, and I think that doesn't change. So even though we've heard the other side of it, and if Hayley was still here, she would be condemned in the same way. And I think just because Hayley isn't here doesn't mean that Claire gets a pass. No one agrees with what Claire said, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi, Kello. Kellogg's. Is it Kellogg's? See my dyslexia. Hi, Red Eye. What's going on?
Hello.
I don't think anyone's there.
And can I just say,
she knock anyone home.
She dissed our Angie the Grinch, and we love Angie the Grinch. Leave our Angie the Grinch alone, Claire Duffy.
Yeah. We do love Angie the Grinch. Right, I suppose I'll come off then for a bit now, guys. Have a little break.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.